Okay, this looks like the right place. This is YouTube, isn't it? It's been a while and I forgot what it looked like. And I missed you guys, and I'm back now, and long story short is, I had some health issues over the last few months, and I was a little bit paranoid and afraid, and I had to have surgery last week, and everything went okay. I'm okay. Don't worry about me. Life will go on. But if you guys want the full details, check out my second channel, John Flickinger. That's my vlog channel. I made a video where I talk all about that, and that video should be up now, if not very soon. So, once again, everything's okay. And now, it's time to lay the Rudy Poo Spectrum on this movie. And that's if you smell what the flick pick's cooking. Fighting with My Family is the very loosely based on the true life story of women's WWE wrestler Paige and her wrestling-loving yet dysfunctional family and her rise to fame in the WWE. Now, I don't admit this too often, but I'm a huge fan of WWE and professional wrestling. Some of the backstories and true life events are much stranger than the fictional things you see on TV on a weekly basis. I'm subscribed to the network. I've loved it since I was a kid. I'm going to the WWE Fastlane pay-per-view March 10th in Cleveland, Ohio, and I hope to see you there. That way we can do elbow drops on each other. I even once applied to be on Tough Enough. Yeah, don't ask too many questions. And very quickly, because I'll probably never get another opportunity to share this with you, back in 2007 during my college days, for an economics class, for a project, I made a backyard wrestling video. It doesn't relate whatsoever. I got a C- on it. But anyway, here's a few clips of that. I'm the guy in the orange jumpsuit. And, just watch this shit. And before we dive into the review, I wanted to let you know that this video is sponsored by Skillshare, an online learning community with thousands of classes in design, filmmaking, and editing. A premium membership on Skillshare gives you unlimited access to high-quality classes from experts working in their field so you can improve your skills, unlock new opportunities, and do the work you love. If you're a weirdo YouTuber like me, or an amateur filmmaker, or a graphic designer, there's tons of tutorials and classes on Skillshare that will teach you different techniques in software, filmmaking, how to light your videos, you name it, it's all there, and it's taught to you by professionals who know what they're doing. Skillshare is also more affordable than most learning platforms out there, and annual subscription is less than $10 a month. So if you're like me and you're always looking for a new editing program that doesn't crash every 5 seconds like mine does, definitely check out Skillshare. You can learn new techniques, new software, or master the one you already have. I'll put the link down below to Skillshare. Check it out. Now, like most films based on true life stories, there's a lot of inaccuracies throughout this film. There's a lot of characters that don't exist, a lot of things that happen that didn't really happen, and they streamline a lot of things to give you a simple narrative throughout this film. And that's okay. Now, the movie's not only about Paige becoming a pro wrestler in WWE, it also tells the story of her family, and her father, played by Nick Frost, is sort of a rough around the edges guy, and he's highly entertaining throughout this film. He's probably one of my favorite characters, and they have a small promotional wrestling company that wrestle in bingo halls in front of 10 or 20 people, and her brother is also a pro wrestler, but the big conflict of the movie is she's chosen for a WWE developmental contract, and he isn't. Even though he's very talented, he doesn't quite have what they're looking for. The movie stars Florence Pugh, who plays Paige, and she was perfectly cast. She looks the part, she sounds the part. And the movie also stars Vince Vaughn, who plays this agent/trainer throughout the film, and he's the one who discovers Paige and gives her a shot. And he gives you pretty much typical Vince Vaughn comedic one-liners throughout the film, and he has some of the funniest lines throughout the film, so I really enjoyed Vince Vaughn in this movie. As far as this movie goes, it does a very good job at making wrestling feel like a mainstream topic to a wider demographic of people who would probably go see this film, because if you're looking for a comedy film about an underdog story with some feel-good moments, I think this movie delivers. Now, some of my complaints with this movie is, stylistically, it's a bland movie to watch at times. And as much as I enjoyed the first act of this film, the second act sort of turns into a melodrama between Paige and her brother and her self-doubting issues, and it gets a little bit repetitive because the same issues keep repeating and repeating and repeating, and you sort of feel like you're watching the same scene 3 or 4 times before it moves on to something else. Oh, and if you've seen the trailers for the movie, you know that it stars The Rock, but he pretty much has a few cameo scenes throughout the film, and I expected that, but he was put into this movie just for some added star power to put him in the trailer to sell more tickets to the movie, and that's a smart marketing move, but really he felt like he was shoehorned into this movie just to add some star power. Now, here are my final flicking thoughts on this movie. It was better than I expected it to be. If you're looking for a lighthearted comedic movie with an underdog story, this is probably the movie for you. You don't need to love professional wrestling to have a good time at this movie, just like you don't need to love dodgeball to watch, the movie Dodgeball. You can still find entertainment in the movie, and both movies star Vince Vaughn. I'm going to give this movie The People's Elbow Drop of the B-. Check out the movie, it's a good time. But when it comes to wrestling movies, I much prefer movies like The Wrestler, directed by Darren Aronofsky. Very gritty movie about the independent wrestling scene. And also there's a documentary called Beyond the Mat, which was made back in 1999, which gives a really good insight to professional wrestling. I highly recommend those movies. But as always, guys, here's my question for you, and let me know down below, what did you think about this movie, or what is your favorite underdog story of all time? As always, guys, thank you for watching. It was nice to see you guys again. Make sure you subscribe. That way, I can see you next time.